We loved the big Viking ship that we saw. That was one of the highlights. And a second highlight is something that you don't have photographs of. It's because Steve and I went to the Carlsberg Brewery and Museum and saw how beer is being made, and we got to sample. I love the trip. It was wonderful. It was actually my very first guided tour that I've been on. I've always been a free independent traveler, and this was really great. Had a good time. I had been to Europe before, but I had never been to Scandinavia or Russia, so every place we've seen is new to me. I had a great time, a lot of wonderful things. Svetlana was a wonderful guide in Russia, and Hans was a great guide here in Copenhagen. And we stayed in nice hotels in the center of town, so everything was within walking distance.
As you know, we've traveled with you before, and this was a new area to us. We'd never been to Scandinavia or St. Petersburg, so we did a bit of research. The thing I enjoyed the most, of course, was St. Petersburg. I thought the Hermitage and Catherine's Palace and Peterhof were absolutely amazing. Never seen anything like it in our travels. The other thing I enjoyed the most was the variety of modes of transportation. I know that that's been mentioned to you by other people, but it certainly was a lot of fun to take trains and planes and boats through the course of the trip. And it certainly, traveling through Scandinavia by ship is a different experience and a unique experience. It gives you a much better feeling for the importance of water to the Scandinavian cultures. Mm-hmm. So that's, I think, the highlights of the trip for me.
Okay, those are good ones.
Well, I'll reiterate those, but to elaborate more, I guess the thing I enjoyed, in addition to those items, I absolutely was amazed by the Kirov Ballet. Sometimes on a trip like this, we get museumed and historied out. Mm-hmm. And I found that some of the things that relate to the culture was particularly interesting. I loved Skansen and its related part. So I thought those things were wonderful because it captured the spirit of the people in its music and dance and everyday life, making and preparation of food and clothing and housing for themselves. I just found it a fascinating trip. I loved coming with Dennis. I think he's mellowing with age beautifully, and has allowed us a certain amount of freedom to explore other areas.
An awful lot of things that we enjoyed each country. Frogner Park and the exhibit.
Vigeland Park. I would have totally missed it had I not been with you, and that was spectacular.
The Vasa Museum and the Viking ship. It was all relatively new, and it just seemed like every day had Sharon was taking notes for a little journal, new surprises, and things that we. It was all relatively new, and it just seemed like every day had Sharon was taking notes for a little journal, new surprises, and things that we enjoyed.
Every day, something different.
Every day.
Thank you, Dennis.
Aloha.